let's start from Euro USD first. I'll come back to this. So let's start from Euro USD, just the way we used to do it before, where we go to the weekly time frame. We are going to cut out the last week candlestick. Then we are going to see probably how you would have engaged into Euro USD. I am sure that a lot of people trade Euro USD, even though it's not everybody that trade Euro USD these days, but a lot of people trade Euro USD, and I would say large percentage of people trade gold. So the price action on Euro USD has been bullish for like some few weeks now, or even months. But definitely I've always said is that the trend, if the price is buying, it is not going to keep on buying forever. There is going to be, at a point in time, there is going to be a reversal, there is going to be a pullback, and then different things happen before the continuation of the trend. So on the weekly time frame, on the weekly, we were actually bearish, but based on the current price action here, we have been bullish. We have taken out internal range from here, and then please, I'm serious right now. Please mute your mic, please. We have taken out internal range liquidity from here. Please, dear. We have taken our internal range liquidity from there. We swept liquidity. And then we took out the external. And then definitely we are going to be having like a pullback, and this is the pullback that happened. The pullback we put back into a breaker block that's aligned with this gap from here, and we started pushing to the upside, creating a low from here. So the next expectation for price, or the next direction for price, is the external, which is this high, right? So now that we are going into a new week based on the candlestick, what you are going to look out for is, okay, this new week, now that we are the new week candlestick, what do you expect price to do? So based on last week candlestick, you can see that last week candlestick did not even have a week. The low, we didn't print a low, right? We didn't print almost like any low. So on the norms, in this new week, I would have expected price to come into something like this and then buy something like this. This is what I would have what I'll be waiting for. So we are going to have that at the back of our mind. I'm going to use a line like this, put it here. Now, if I'm to go to the daily time frame, I will refine it. So you can see price is coming from somewhere here. We printed a low, and then we are coming for the external. So now, then we came here. You can see we tap here, then we swept this low as the liquidity to the upside. So we are going for external. So this is, if I am trading Euro USD, this is, I have not checked Euro USD. This is on Tuesday. So this is how I would have approached price in the new week. And if there is any reason, probably there is any sign that shows that price is not going to come down, you know that from what I've said from the weekly time frame, I said that I'll be waiting for price to come to somewhere here. I don't know why the line is not showing from the lower time frame. Okay, I said I'll be waiting for price to come down to somewhere, maybe to take out this or take out this, and then we buy something like this. Then we buy, right? That would have been my expectation. So, but if I see any sign that will show that, okay, since price is not coming to this place, then I guess I made a mistake. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you guys see my screen? TJ, can you see my screen? Seems I made a mistake. All right. Let me cut out the candlestick again. That is Monday 9, 10. Okay, today is 14. Yeah, it's correct. So now let's continue. Now let's go to like lower time frame, and let's going to do. So Monday we have our Monday, we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. it is not a must to trade on Monday in case the market is not clear. You can wait for Tuesday. So these lows, they are internal range liquidity. I'll be waiting for price to manipulate one of them. And from the 1 hour time frame, you can see that price is coming from this gap. We push to the upside. Then this one too, price is coming from here. And even aside from that, we swept this low as liquidity. Then we broke above this high. We broke above the high. So there is no reason for buying. And then let's look at the sell, the bearish aspect. If price is going to sell, what will you wait for? You can't come and start doing something like this. Doing something like this is wrong. The reason is because we are bullish. Price is very much bullish. So even though price wants to sell, allow price to come and tap there first, then allow price to give you second mitigation before you sell. That is if price is going to sell there. But because the market is bullish, you should focus more on the buy than the sell. So let's start from here. So this is Friday, then this is Monday. So we are in Monday morning. You are going to pay attention to price throughout the week. Throughout the week, you are going to pay attention to price. Now, that is Monday morning. We continue pushing to the upside. Like I've said, number one is to take out this low first, right? Before you buy. At least one of the lows, this one or the second one. So let's see if price is going to come and take it out. So we push to the downside. We haven't taken out the low. Okay, we are in Tuesday already. We are in Tuesday in the morning. This low was printed Tuesday London session, and then on that on yesterday, which was on Monday, we tap here. We tap here too on Tuesday without breaking. We swept liquidity without breaking, and there is no sign that price wants to sell. First, I'll first remove this. There is no sign that price wants to sell. Instead, we are protecting this low like this. So liquidity, at least my first target, if I'm to get into it by now, my first target is going to be this low. So let's go to like 30 minutes. Let's go to lower time frame since we're in Tuesday. So meaning throughout Monday, we did not take any trade. Then Tuesday, you want to see what price is going to do. So let's wait. Okay, price took out the high first. Price has taken out this high. So wait for a reversal. And then let's see if there's going to be a new break of structure to the upside. Okay, we are expecting price to there is a supply from here, right? There is a supply, and then there is another supply from here, which price use this as an inducement to the downside. So that low hasn't broken structure to the upside. This low has not broken structure to the upside. I'm going to target this low here, has not broken structure to the upside. And then we also have a high from here. So on Tuesday, okay, this is already Tuesday night, so we are Wednesday now, meaning there was no trade on Monday and then no trade on Tuesday. Now that we are in Wednesday, you want to see what price is going to do. So Wednesday, this is Asian session on Wednesday. So Wednesday, okay, now okay, we came here on Wednesday without taking out the low, so we swept liquidity. So Wednesday morning, I've always tell you guys one thing I love to do is to clear my chart. Every morning I clear my chart. So Wednesday morning, I'm going to first clear out all of this. Now, the reason is because the mitigation from this supply, even though we swept liquidity from here, and even though we tap inside of this, there is no, look at it, there is no sign that price wants to sell. Price is buying to take out the high. So liquidity, the price is coming to clear. Directional bias, my direction is now going to be this high first. Probably there could be something that price wants to sell for from here. I have to put that at the back of my mind. So my directional bias is going to be this high, and the second one is going to be this high. Then let's talk about the narrative. What is the narrative? What is the story price is telling us? The story price is telling us now is that I am protecting this low for now. This low that was printed on Tuesday 8 a.m. in the morning, London session. Price is protecting. We swept liquidity. And then here you can see we have another engineer liquidity that was taken out. We even swept another low from here, and we printed this low same 8 a.m. in the morning after taking out Asian low. You have to pay attention to the time and the day. Wednesday, this low was printed on Wednesday. So I am not going to, there is no sign for any sell. So what I'm going to do now is that with an inducement, I'm going to buy like this. I need price to give me like an inducement or something that is going to indicate that okay, something that is going to give me that kind of how will I put it, that kind of confidence to take the trade. So let's go to like 15 minutes. So this time around I'll be paying attention to, so this is the 15-minute time frame. So I'm going to look out for a supply. Let's cut it out first. Let's cut it out. Sorry, let's go to like higher time frame and then choose the candlestick. Let's choose that one. All you need is just one candlestick. One candlestick. So price is coming from here. We swept this low as a liquidity. So there is a demand that took out supply. Let's look out for the demand. Let's go to 30 minutes. It's not that I didn't see anything. Okay. You see this eye that was broken internal structure. Now, see this candlestick here. I will look out for this candlestick. This particular candlestick. See the way I chose my candlestick. It took out the supply. You can see that supply we sold. I mean, price pushed from here to the downside. So I'm going to look out for this. So with inducements given, I'm going to be taking a buy from there. And then let's see what price is going to do. Oh, okay. So let me go to like 15 minutes. Is there any inducement there? I'm not sure. Okay. The inducement is there. You can see this low. Price give to self price, and I'm sure that this low are printed when? Okay, they were printed in the afternoon. It was not Asian. I was thinking maybe they were Asian. So price came there on Wednesday. New York session. As the New York session, price came there. So that is when we bought from there. Even though you don't trade Asian session, if you decide that probably I used to say this, that everybody have one thing or the other they are battling with. I mean, trading wise, it could be psychology, it could be greed, it could be fear, it could be anything, it could be lack of patience, and then the solution is just taking action. Try to do something that is going to solve the problem for you. So if you are battling with maybe indiscipline and you just see that, okay, one way I can probably that will help me to build this discipline, or maybe you are battling with over trading. Yeah, let's use over trading. Let me say you are battling with over trading and then you take trade a lot. Some trade will not even make sense, but because you just want to trade, so you place the trade, you can go with this rule that says that, okay, you are going to be taking one trade a day. It is something that can help you at least minimize the number of trade you take. Or you can go with this rule that says, okay, I'm not going to be trading Asian. I'm going to be trading only New York. Or I'm going to be over trading. You can go with these rules that say, okay, I'm going to be trading from anything from 8 a.m. till so time. And after that time, you don't want to trade again. As time goes on, you are going to adapt. As time goes on, you are going to later be flexible with your rules. As time goes on, you will learn how to go around the chart. But now, if you are still going, if you are still battling with all of these things, you don't have to compare because somebody took a trade during Asia. Doesn't mean you have to trade that Asia. You don't have to compare yourself to another trader out there. If you know you are battling with something and you know that this could actually help you solve it, it could actually provide solution, then try it. Just give it a try. All right. So these are things I have done before that really helped me. You can set time. Okay, from so time I want to trade, and this has to come from result of back testing. You need to have a data to back it up. Like for instance, US 30 and NAS 100. If I decide to only trade New York session on US 30 and NAS 100, I bet you I will be very profitable. Just New York. I mean, just trading within 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. I will be very profitable because I have the data that back it up that most of the entries were given during New York. So I don't have to trade Asian, I don't have to trade London, which is going to help me reduce the number of trade I take. So this was mitigated by in the afternoon, Wednesday. So from everything I've thought about timing, so there is possibility that this low, the next day, price could still come and take it out. That's on Wednesday. Even using that low as an inducement into the extreme POI. But the way I chose the POI from 1 hour, it wasn't 1 hour I chose the POI. The way I chose the candlestick, you can see that we still have this other block here. If there is anything, so if there is no sign that price wants to sell, so price is coming for this high from here. So the next day, if you see another entry into that POI, you can still take it the next day if you see another entry. So let's continue. This is Wednesday. Let's continue from the lower time frame. And then we kept on buying. So mini price is going for that high, right? No sell. All you want to do is to buy. Now we printed this low. We printed this low 2 p.m. in New York, still Wednesday, and then we kept on buying. So let's just wait for price to give us an inducement before you buy again. So we broke above the high. Finally, we broke above this high and this high too as well. And then expect a pullback. Just be expecting a pullback. Once liquidity is taken, we have to pull back into something. So this is a zone from there in case price get back there. Good and fine. Let's see what will happen from there. So okay, so now this is Thursday already. This is Asian on Thursday. So let's wait till Thursday morning, New York. Okay, still Asian. All right, so we are in New York now. Now Thursday morning. So your directional bias is still to the upside. You don't want to sell. So we printed this low, Asian, this low, all of this low are printed in Asian. So I will expect price to manipulate one of the low. It could be this, or anyone. Now I have this extreme POI from here. Going to higher time frame, you have this place that broke structure to the upside. You can see that we tap into a demand from there, and then we have a POI from here. This candlestick like this, stretch it out. If you have to go to higher time frame, let me say 1 hour now, you will see that it is just a single candlestick from there. So let's stretch it out. So let's minimize it to something here like this. So we are expecting what? A manipulation of the Asian low before we continue buying on Thursday morning. So let's wait for price to remember what I drew out from the weekly. This was the directional bias from the weekly. If you can remember, that is the buy side from the weekly. This is it. So you still have that in mind because price is not giving any bearish intent. You want to keep on buying. So let's wait for price to manipulate the Asian low. Okay, we manipulated the Asian low. It was manipulated Thursday 8 a.m. in the morning. So price is coming from this other block. Price will tested this one more time. So that means price does not take out this low or this low, and then we still have this POI. It's still valid. The POI is still very much valid for price to come and buy from. So let's see what is going to happen. Let's see if price is going to reverse back. Fuck. Price is not reverse back. Okay. Price is not reverse back. So we kept on buying. Let's wait for a pullback. And then okay. We have taken out the liquidity from the weekly time frame, so we have completed the objective. The direction, price has gotten to that destination we have, right? So now anything can happen from here. We could have it because buy side has been taken from the higher time frame. Price will come for the sell side. There could be a reversal. There's going to be a reversal, not even there could be. So this high was printed on Thursday, New York session. So if price is going to reverse back to the downside, there is possibility that this high is going to become high of the week, meaning that price then this low is now the low of the week, which was printed on Tuesday. Then this high was printed on Thursday. So we have a weekly range. What I'm trying to say is that if price is going to sell, in case price sell and price break structure, like we are going to be having a range maybe from year to year, something like that, to come back into the discount. So we need to see price break structure, or price could continue buying any one of them. So we kept on selling. We kept on selling to the downside, and then we sold. All right, so we came inside of here. We didn't break this low, did not break this high. Okay, so price started selling from there, and then boom, we broke structure to the downside. Now we broke below this low. Since we have broken below the low, we are going to start using our range from the extreme here like this. So meaning we are going to sell if there is opportunity from the premium, you are going to sell from there, and if there is opportunity from the discount, you are going to buy from there. But marking out my range, let me go to maybe higher time frame. Let me use the higher time frame range. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clear all of this. I'm going to redraw them back, don't worry. So now this is what I'm going to do. This is the major break of structure now. This is the external break of structure, what you are supposed to focus on. And then this low here, we have a demand from here. And then before price broke structure, demand was in control before we broke structure. So there is another demand from here too as well. Right, but I'm not going to. I am somebody that don't like marking more than one POI. I've explained this thing before in my videos. I don't like marking more than one POI. So if I'm going to like mark out a POI, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to like 4 hour time frame, and then I'm going to look for that candlestick this demand that took out this high. That's what I'm going to be focusing on now. So you just have to look for that. Sorry, that one candlestick. And that candlestick is this. I'm going to be looking at this. Yeah, using this one as the inducement into it. So that's what I'll be looking at. This old candlestick. So once price get there, price can buy, pull back, anything can happen inside. So let's refine it. So refining it, you have tapped there, you tap here. So meaning that it is left with this. Just this, but it seems price has tapped there. See, price has tapped there twice, except maybe price is still coming back there. I don't know. So what you are going to now be focusing on now is that since we tap here, so what do we have? We have a shift in market structure. There is a shift in market structure. You know what shift in market structure is? This high did not break below the did not break above the previous high. So that shift is indicating a reversal, is indicating a sell to the downside. So you are going to now be looking at the place we broke structure here. This demand was taken out. Look out for the supply. This is one of the supply, and then there is going to be another one from here. So let's see what price is going to do on Friday, probably. Yeah, on Friday. So on Friday, we are going to be having this high that was printed Asian session. Have it as your inducement. Then you are going to be looking to buy above there. I'm going to prefer to use this, but this candlestick is too big. It's too big. So let's see if we can refine it from the lower time frame. No, I don't see anything from there. Please mute your mic. Let's go back to 15-minute time frame. But I will expect price to take out the high. I'll be expecting price to take out the high. Then, except you want to like take out this whole candlestick, which is it's not too big, it's just 20 pips for the whole thing. It now depends on when you are targeting. Where is the next direction of price? Where is your direction? My direction is going to be this low, which is internal range liquidity. Like I've said before, this is our range. So we are waiting for price to tap into the discount. So price is going to sell from the premium. You can see we are currently in the discount. So wait for price to come back into the premium before you sell. Something like that. So now wait for price to take out the Asian high. Okay, we kept on selling. Price might not come back there, okay. All right, so we sold to the downside, and this is on Friday. Yeah, this is on Friday, and that POI I marked out from the 4-hour. You can see price is currently reacting from it. So you are going to be very patient from what price is going to do from that POI. Now this is already Friday. Okay, New York. Okay, we are still in Friday, New York. Oh, we pull back. All right, so this is everything that happened last week. On Euro USD, there was a shift in market structure from here, which indicates the sell, which indicates the reversal. This POI, the reason why we chose it is because it is the demand that took out the supply. It's even aligned with the breaker block. If you have to check it, it's aligned with the breaker block. It has a fair value gap, small one. It has an inducement. It is inside of the discount of the range too as well. And you can see the reason why this entry was given from here. I explained everything from here. How we printed this low on Tuesday. How we started manipulating here. We started protecting it. We have a direction, which is this high. There is no sign of sell, so you want to buy. And you can see how price kept on buying until we have a shift in market structure. So on last week on Euro USD, price action was really clear. Even though I don't check it, I don't trade it. So if you are to look at the new week now, the new week that is coming, number one thing you are going to have at the back of your mind is this low. You see, the reason is because it is previous week low. No, it is Friday low. It is not previous week low. This one is the previous week low, which was printed on Tuesday. So that low is Friday low. Even though it is coming from a PO high, and then we swept liquidity, which is here. Good and fine. This does not mean we are bearish, right? We are very much bullish. You can see there is possibility next week now that we are in now, that we are going to go into it now. This is a POI that price is coming from. We are in manipulation from here. So this I2, it is a liquidity. So two things. If price prints inducement like this, you want to continue the buy from here. The price is very much bullish. You want to continue the buy from there. There is no how will I explain now? You don't have to sell price. In this kind of situation, price is bullish. You don't have to engage into a sell, or you don't have to trade the reversal. Let's put it that way. If you want to continue trading continuation, you just have to be patient for price to pull back, price to give you inducement, price to break structure, price to give you everything you need before you get into a trade. And in case price wants to sell, probably price wants to sell next week. This is a POI from here, which I am not going to come and start doing something like this. Is not valid. It is not the way to trade the market structure. The leg did not break structure to the downside. We are still very much bullish. This is where the external break of structure last happened, and then we are very much bullish from here. So I'll be looking at this POI number 1, and then I'll wait for price to still break above this high first. I want to see a break, like a clean break. That POI is going to be my first POI to continue the buy to the upside. Now let me go to like weekly and see if there is any reason for price to sell. No reason. I have zero reason for me to start selling. Euro USD. Okay, this is a break. This is a POI from here. Let's see if it aligns with the place I'm talking about. Okay, let me go to 4 hour. Okay, so now it makes sense now. Before initially I said it that this Friday low is still liquidity. So in case price come and take it out next week, wait. In case price wants to take it out, then if price finish taking it out, wait for confirmation, wait for price intent to buy. So mini price is going to be using this Friday low into this demand. So we have 2 things we are looking out for here. Is either price protect Friday low or price take it out, one of the 2. If price is going to protect it, then this is a POI from there. And before you buy from there, I said it that wait for a break of structure before you buy. And then if price is going to come and take it out, you are going to see it. Instead of a break, you are going to see a stop hunt. And that stop hunt is going to indicate that, okay, price wants to sell to come and take out this low. So once price takes out the low, you are going to look for a buy confirmation inside of here to continue the buy to the upside. So that will be all on Euro USD. So let's move to GBP USD. And then I think GBP USD, I'm not going to talk much because I was on you can see I had some drawings on it. I did some explanation for someone on GBP USD, and then the person, I don't know, I think the person is on the Telegram channel. So I'm going to like repeat almost same thing I said to him, because I don't know, maybe he's a female or a male, and there was a cell I was looking at. Let me cut it out. When I was having the weekly outlook with the Discord, there was a cell we talked about from somewhere here. Like, where is the place? There was a cell. I can't remember the place again. But this eye here, was it this eye? Now, this was the pressing POI, I think from somewhere here, and my answer to the person is that I'm not going to be selling from here. It's not that because it has an inducement. Look at it very well. If you see it has been mitigated. Price has stopped there. I don't even want to like take a POI that is I want something clean, something that is kind of separate. Look at this POI now that price is buying from. See how it is very far from the inducement. But see this one now. I don't like to do something like this, because most of the time all of this is going to be like a liquidity for price. See, all of this is going to be a liquidity. Even though it swept, like we had a sweep above this high, we had a break of structure here. So you want to sell, right? Because number one, this low did not break structure. This low here did not break structure. We only gave a stop punch, right? Now, and then if for those that have been following my teachings, you understand what I'm trying to say. So we tap here and we started selling from here. We pushed to the downside. Then we started buying from here again. Now that we started buying from there, this is a POI. Even though I want to sell, this would be my POI, not this one. Not this one like this. The reason is because I see everything there that it has been mitigated. So everything here, like from here like this, we have mitigated. You can see that is where price was selling from here. So anything that will make this to fail, you want to see inducement and just buy, because this is already showing that, oh, price is coming for this high, we are not yet interested in. So you can see that probably there's going to be like a reaction from there. Okay, now we started pushing. Now look at, okay, before price came down, I want you to look at something. We started pushing, so look at it. That is why you just have to learn to pay attention to price. This leg here, this leg where we chose this supply from here, you can see that we didn't break structure to the downside. We did not break structure to the downside. So like, it's not a strong leg. We didn't break structure. Price manipulated it. Okay, price came into something from here, and then we started buying. So what's one thing I told the president, that he was taking the sell from here like this. You see, the problem is not, sometimes the unprofitability did not come from the losses you are taking. It might be other external issue, like the ability to, like, you don't have that, you are not yet at this stage that you let stuff go. You just have to develop this ability to let things go. If you take a loss, it's painful, you lose the money. That's why you have to manage your risks, you have to accept the risks, you have to be prepared. In case I take a loss from this trade, what am I going to do? That is the first question I'm going to even ask myself before taking a trade. If I take a loss from this trade, will I stop trading for the day? Number one, will I wait for so things to happen? Number two, or what will I do? You prepare yourself for anything. Like, this thing is just, that is why they say the is unpredictable. Like, you don't predict. Is anything can happen. Now, it could be like a news. It could be something that happened in this particular country. Now you can just see, have experience, especially when you're trading US 30 and US 100. This is from pure experience. You can just see US 30 come, go and then buy. You don't even know that is going to come there, and that is why you prepare yourself. And aside from preparing yourself, having the knowledge too is important. So he took a supply from here, he took a loss from there, which is not a problem. Okay, you took a loss because you were seeing the place as a supply and you want to continue the sell. You were expecting price to continue the sell, even though you were neglecting the fact that price is now expecting demand, and then we are expecting demand. So now that you took a loss from there, look at what price now did. So we started pushing, meaning price is now coming for this side. You can see now price came from somewhere here like this. That is not a problem. So automatically, you can't tell me that you want to start buying from here. It doesn't make sense. There is no inducement. There is nothing there. So meaning that low will be used as an inducement into something below it. And then in case, probably, even though you're expecting that low to be used as an inducement into something below it, and then you are still not sure, it could be like you probably this loss that you, there is always one thing I'm trying to explain, that there will always be an entry. That is why you need to execute your trade to help you build confidence around your setup. You need to learn to execute this trade. When you analyze, even though it's 0.1 lot you are using, just execute. Place the limit, place the trade, and just watch out for the outcome. So price used it as an inducement. See the time price came there in the morning on Thursday. So it's a very good timing. London session. Price came there, London session. We started buying from there. So no reason to sell. You don't have absolutely no reason to sell. So let's go to like lower time frame. Let's go to lower time frame. I'm coming, guys. Let's go to let's continue. So now price has taken out the eye now. Price has taken out the eye, and then even as price has taken out the eye, you are still bullish. We are still bullish, no sign for the sell. You don't want to start counter trading. So now we push them. So what are you supposed to do now? Look at this place. Let me even remove this. You don't need this. Now, this is what you should focus on. Break of structure. What is this? Price tap into this demand, and then this low was printed in the New York session. We tap there. So what are you supposed to do now? Wait for a pullback, wait for a pullback, something like a pullback, and then you want to continue the buy to the upside from there. So if this low, if this low did not break above this high, I'm not going to consider it as what? I'm not going to consider it as a mitigation. Let me explain. That means that that low, if it did not break above the high, price is going to sweep it out. So we still have a POI. Look at this place here. We still have a POI around there. If I'm to go to like maybe, let's go to, let's see if there is something else price has wanted to get from there. Though there is nothing, it doesn't really look that clear because even from the 15 minutes, it seems price has mitigated. But if price did not take it out, if we didn't break, if this low did not break structure, mark it as an inducement. We came there on Thursday. See this place like this. You see, New York. See the timing. You can put your stop loss this low, this particular low here, where the mitigation started from. Stop now. I'm sorry. So you can take the trade from putting your stop loss at this low, then you want to keep on buying to the upside till that high is taken. But it depends on the risk to reward if you can take the trade until this high is taken, maybe just above there. And then if you want to like look for a way to maximize your this thing, taking the trade below this low, but this low as used as an investment. One thing I know is that this place there is like look at it. That was where the last supply failed. That was where this last supply failed. So there is a demand here. Price has tapped there. That's just one thing. This place too, nothing, meaning price coming to maybe like all these 5 minutes candlestick. If you go to like all this like maybe 5 minutes or lower time frame, you see this is where you now be seeing one small candlestick that price came inside. But let's stick to our 15 minutes. Yeah? So back to 15 minutes. Price just use that low as an inducement, and then until price takes out the high, look at it. Once price break, you see, we broke structure to the upside, right? We broke structure to the upside. There is going to be a supply from a demand from there for price to continue buying. So we broke, and then okay, we kept on buying. This place, this supply was taken out. This supply was taken out. There is a demand from there. Let's wait for. Oh my God. Price reversed back immediately. We took at the high. We took it out on Friday in the midnight. Yeah, it was in the midnight. Wow. But one thing I'm trying to explain is I didn't even know of this happen. I guess this was the last time I was talking to the person. I was explaining this by that even though you took a sell from here, you understand that okay, I've taken this sell, I've taken this loss. At the end of the day, that was on Wednesday. You go for your review. Okay, next time, would I have taken this sell? Would it have been a normal loss for my system, for my strategy? If it is a normal loss, then you put it there. It's a loss. Like there is nothing you can do about it. So how will you move on? What will be your next action? Thursday, you can see we use this loss as an inducement, and you would have gotten into this trade, targeting this high as the direction, right? And then that's all. So this is for early Friday, and that's all for the week. So now, a lot even happened. So in case, okay, I forgot to say that. Okay. In case you have any question, sorry, TJ, I see my screen. I used to see my screen, TJ. I guess someone is complaining that the video is paused. When? Is it showing now? Okay. So I'm going to quickly talk about GPPJPY. GPPJPY because even though I didn't take the trade, but this is a very clean trade. Even the sell, the buy, you can see how it marked out. Everything is just straightforward to the point. But this trade, there is possibility that if I am in this trade, there is possibility that I will have been taken out of break even. because I will still put my overall target here. Yeah, because this supply here didn't break structure. We only came to tap inside of a demand. We took out this low, so we are bullish. Stop on, tap here. We are bullish. But look at the sell, very obvious that we are coming for this sell side. As you can see, we have this as a support, almost 4 touches from there, and then price printed a zone from here. On this is a entry from here like this to the sell side beauty. And once the sell side is taken, you want to take your profit and then move the charts. Now I don't you don't don't need to engage into any of that. You don't need to engage into any of this. I forgot to talk about my expectation next week on GBP USD. So for the GBP USD, my outlook. Alright, so my outlook for GBP USD next week is still okay. Okay, one thing I observe is that we did not break structure on GBP USD. We didn't break this, we did not break this too as well. But we are still bullish. I mean, demand is still in control. We are still very much bullish. We have tapped there, and this 1 hour time frame, this low, we like this supply that was taking out this supply here. This is the demand that took it out. So we came back there on Friday. We pushed to the upside. So we are bullish. I mean, there is no point of selling, right? You want to see this as a low, this as a high, like this. So we are from the premium, something like that. We are coming from the premium back to the discount. So you want to see price break, you want to buy like this. It's just very similar to what happens somewhere around here. Something like this, allow price to break structure, allow price to give you that low. There's low of the week is going to happen. Allow price, it could be Monday, it could be Tuesday. Allow price to print it. Allow price to give, allow price to complete the manipulation on Monday. Then wait for a break above this high with an inducement. You can continue buying to the upside. The structure is very, very much bullish to the upside. So even though price is going to sell, because that place is a stop point, because this place is a stop point does not mean I should start selling from there. No, if price is going to sell, allow price to tap there first, break structure. We are going to see that mitigation. We are going to see that intent that price wants to sell. That is when you now start targeting this low as your direction. But for now, we are bullish. Even though this is a stop point, it doesn't matter. We are bullish. You follow the structure, not liquidity. Follow structure first. Structure is we have been protecting the lows. We have been protecting the lows. And then this shows that, okay, look at it now. From this extreme to here, it is a range. We came back inside of the discount premium. Allow price to come back, okay, inside of the discount. Allow price to give you a break of structure to the upside before you buy. So in case you have any question, I said I'll be spending just 1 hour. This is 5:57. If you have any question, yeah, you can ask your question. Raise your hand so that I can unmute you from my end, and you can ask your question. Is it royalty? Royalty, right? Royalty, are you there? Royalty. Royalty.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
No, when I raised my hand was when you were asking if the screen is still paused. That was when I raised my hand.
All right, no problem. So if you have any question, you want to ask me a question. Who is this person? You can. I think I know this person. Is that Sanda? Dibam? Dibam, are you there? Who is talking? Okay, let me allow Bobby Jobams to Bobby Jobams. Bobby, are you there? All right, probably those were the people that raised. Okay, sorry I mute you from here. I didn't know. Rocket Pips. Is it Shadi
Hey,
FX?
good evening.
Good evening.
Shade FX.
Okay, Shade FX. Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You can speak.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you for the session. You wanted to make an outlook for NAS 100 and maybe probably
Okay.
the time has gone. I wanted you to say something about that.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot. I said I wanted to show something on us 100 about last week. About I'm going to talk about two things. Please mute your mic. Once I finish talking, I'd like to continue. So I'm going to talk about two things about number one, clarity, and number two, still patience. But first is clarity. I was please mute your mic. Once I finish talking, you can speak then. You understand me, right? I don't even know the person. Please mute your mic. Mafia. All right, clarity. Now, uh, since on the last time I took a trade on this pair was it Monday? Yeah, Monday. Now, and then before I took a trade Monday, then before I now finally took another one like 3 days later, which is on Friday. Now, let me explain something. Look at everything that has been happening on us 100. I can see people, even in my WhatsApp, some complaining that that us 100 is kind of unclear, it's difficult, and his manipulation is too much. There is no pair that does not have manipulation. But as I was talking about clarity, you need to have, it's just like when setting a goal for yourself, you need to be clear about what you want. If you don't understand the market, like this thing is just very simple. If you don't understand, even though it's one trade, last year when I was talking about this thing, I've said this thing before. Even though it's one trade you take in a week or two, like you are good. You don't have to trade every day. If look at everything that happened from US 13 last 100 and which other pair, the other one. From one day, look at everything that price is just doing. We are just coming down, going up, coming down. Like, I don't understand. Like, we are not breaking up, we are not breaking down. Look, from last week, we took out this high first, good and fine. We are very close to making a new high on us 100, but still we did not get there. And that is not a problem. It is not, if price is not going to make a new high, it is not the line that you draw that will make price to make a new high. It will not make it. If it's not going to make it, it's not going to make it. And then you just have to follow what price is showing you. So we have another sweep again. Second one. We have another sweep again. Third one. The trade I took on Monday was I think I posted it. Was on somewhere here. Yeah, look at it. We had a sweep from here. We are coming from this place here. Hey, I missed out this Friday. I took this trade on Friday. Price did not took it out, so I missed out. It was US 30. Price took out. I was able to engage in US 30, but you can see I have a limit here on Friday. Like this, we didn't get there. So on Monday, so meaning this supply here was taking out. This high is my direction. So we had a stop on. This low was printed in the morning London session, then inducements, and then this was the first trade of the week on Monday. Yeah. So now my target was this high. As you can see, since last 100, because I will remember taking a trade from somewhere, I can't even remember. I took a buy from, yeah, is it here? Yeah. I is it okay? This is now okay. This is NAS, not US 30. I think it's on US 30, but they have similar price action. And then I took partial when price was doing all of this. So I took partial around there. And then after price took out this side, I did not close the full position. Then you can see price came back all the way. The entry was here. Not even here, because I remember I was stopped out of break even. Price started buying. So since NAS 100 has been giving this kind of thing, I am setting my TP. I am not waiting for price to take out the new high, the old high, sorry. I'm setting TP and I don't know what next is going to happen. But one thing is, I want you to pay attention to everything happening on. You don't have to engage into all of this drama. You see, this is just drama. Like everything happening here, I just see it as unclear. So we finally had this last week, and then finally on Wednesday, New York session, we printed this high on Wednesday. We broke structure to the downside. Let me clear my chart so that you see what I'm talking about. You can see that this low did not break structure to the upside. So we, after all of this, what is this? A supply. When we get there, we didn't take it out. When we get there, we didn't take it out, right? And though this thing happened in the midnight, you can see finally this happened on Friday, like stroke Friday, in the midnight of Tuesday till Friday morning, something like that. So first trade, yeah, second trade, like all of this, I did not engage into all of this drama. I don't have to. But yeah, what did I have? I have clarity. There was a direction. This low did not break structure. What else did I have? Eye of the week printed Wednesday New York session. I was expecting it to be protected. A supply, an inducement, and then you have a direction. You have a clear trade without having to engage into all of this. So that is why higher time frame is very important. But if you go to lower time frame now, you will see I should have buy from here. Why? You don't have to buy. You don't have to take this if you don't understand. You can see, and there was another trade to that happen here on Friday again. I didn't even know price is going to come there, but I just left my limit, and surprisingly, price came back there. We came to manipulate the low. Again, this was here. So this is the whole other block, and then what was that target? Like no, like we are still selling. There is, you can see we are still selling. Like there is possibility of price continue selling like this. So that's why I have to just use my range and then target the premium. Simple. And then I'm not going to be holding all the way to here. No, price won't even like, I'm not expecting price to get there. That's last week again. So I'm expecting this side to now become the high of the week. You can see that on Thursday we protected it. So this side was printed Wednesday, this is Thursday, and this is Friday. So now on for the direction for the next week, this low is liquidity. So what I'm still going to be looking at is what? Bearish intent. I'm not focusing on buying now. I'm looking out for bearish intent. I'm looking out for bearish intent to still continue the sell to the downside. And if price is going to buy, I want you to look, this thing is just about studying and waiting for that thing to happen. Look at when price was selling here all the way. When price started selling, I think I posted this loss. I took a loss from here. I sold from here, but my stop loss was at this high. Immediately price took me out. We started selling, and then look, we continue selling. We sold, and we sold till we finally take out. Till price is satisfied with taking out the internal liquidity. I didn't engage into the buy from here. I don't have to. When we get into the supply, what happened? We failed. I took the buy from here. I don't have to engage into all until we have a clear price action. Supply fail. Directional bias is this high. We didn't break structure. We only came to take our internal range liquidity. All it takes is patience. Before I finally got into the first trade, it was on Tuesday or since Wednesday. I think I got into one small sell from here, not too much, but since Wednesday, and I finally, like 3 days or 4 days later, I finally got into this. So at the end of the day, you will see that most of this thing is not even about not having a strategy. It's because you are not waiting for that thing to be clear. There is no clarity in what you are doing yet. So try to build a framework around your strategy, around the way you trade. Have clarity. Now, for instance, now this new week, now my directional bias is this low. I'm expecting price to come and take it out. What will I wait for? Simple. Price has stopped here, right? And we are selling like very slow. All I just have to wait for is I need an inducement. Then I will now sell. Meaning I won't be expecting price to manipulate this high. So I'll be selling like this with an inducement. And then if price is not now, let's assume that price now even gave me the inducement and I sold and I took a loss. Now, once that loss happened, what is going to be my next action? Meaning that this eye will be taken out, break. I'm not going to sell from here. This eye will not be my directional bias. So the demand that now took out my stop loss will not be the next place for me to buy. This is very similar to what happened on GBP USD that I explained. So be it a loss, be it a win, no problem. All that matters is your action after you take a trade. What is your action after taking a trade? So that is just all. Same thing on US 32. Okay, I don't want to clear this. Same thing on US 30. I think we've spent 1 hour already. So same thing on US 32 as well. US 31 was not even clear. Price not get here. Price not getting to the supply. So the last time I took a trade here, like look at everything, look at all of this noise. Like I just see all of these things as stress. I don't have to like, I didn't even go, like, I was just doing something else. I just wait for price to I just set my alert at this high. Immediately price took out this resistance, then I saw all of this. NAS was clear, US 30 wasn't clear. So I didn't engage into this one at all. So you can see that US 30 is still selling. So we are still bearish. Don't try to buy. Don't try to counter trade. If price is going to buy, allow a supply to fail. Allow price to something like this, and you will get into your entry. This works on gold, like it works anywhere. Anywhere. So that will be all for now. Look at this buy that even happened here. Look at this buy that happened here from this fair value gap. What happened here? There was a supply here. I think this was as a result of news. You can see there was a supply that was taken out, inducement, fair value gap. See how price retested it. A supply was taken out, we retested it. A supply was taken out, we retested it. I'm trying to like look for. I think I gave this trade, I think, to a private student or something. This one is very straightforward. A supply was taken out, inducement, fair value gap, we retest. Even though you didn't get into this one, see another entry. See, a supply was taken out, we retested it. And we continue the buy to the upside. So many examples from here, even on gold, US 30, Euro USD, GBP USD, any pair out there. So guys, we spent total of 57 minutes. So if you, I guess that will be all. So till next week again, we are going to be meeting. Okay, probably I will try to meet maybe once during the week, maybe. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Okay, I'm supposed to like stop share something like that. Okay, so that'll be all. See you guys later. Thank you.